Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ben here, this is Time on Feet. Today I'm going to be sharing 5 key tips to bear in mind when thinking about setting running goals. So hopefully you'll find these useful and they'll enable you to get the most out of your running targets. So here we go. So tip number 1 is to find what fires you. And this is really important because your running goals are exactly that, they are yours. So you want to think about what is it that you want to get out of running. And there's a very well-trodden path in running, which is to go up distances, once you've done a 5k, a 10k, then a half marathon, etc. But you don't necessarily have to do that. So think about what you want to do, whether that is a time goal or doing a certain number of social runs a week or doing a set number of park runs, etc. Very much think about what you want to do. So tip number 2 is to make sure that the majority of your goals have a measurable element to them. And this means that it could be a certain time that you state in your goals, so like a sub 25 minute 5k or a sub 4-hour marathon. Or if you're not going for time goals, then maybe completing a certain distance or doing a set number of runs per week. This means that it's much easier to know if you've met your targets or not, rather than your targets just being a very vague or general target. So the third thing is to make sure you've got variety in your goals. Some of your targets might be more aspirational, others may be easier to reach, and you could think about this like a traffic light system. I've got my green goals, which are going to be the ones I might reach quite quickly, my amber ones will be a little bit trickier, and then my red ones will be my absolutely aspirational goals. But make sure they're all realistic. So as someone who runs a sub 19 minute 5k, I'm not next year going to set my target to run a sub 15 minute 5k. I want to make sure that all my targets are reachable, even if some are a little bit more aspirational. So the fourth thing is to think holistically. Although we're talking about running targets here, you also want to look at the other activities that are going to complement your running. So it could be things like strength training, it could be cross training, doing things like swimming or cycling, but ensuring that you're not focusing just too much on developing running in itself, but also the other things that will have an impact on your running. So the final thing to think about is being flexible. A lot can change. It might be that your initial list of targets proves unrealistic in light of family commitments or work commitments. It could be that you get injured. It might also just be that what inspires you and what motivates you change, and you might decide that your list of goals is not actually what you want from running, and that's fine. Switch it up, change it, but do keep the initial list of goals that you made so you can kind of cross-compare later on and reflect on why it was that you wanted to change them. So hopefully you found that useful. Do like the video if you did, and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below what are your running goals that you are working towards at the moment. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.